Hi, as I was working on this idea, I wanted to share with you a video showing you how to use a database. So if you've already used the database called the Hathi Trust, you can just ignore this. But when we were looking at that book about the peoples of the Malay Peninsula, I saw that it was from 1929, and I was like, ooh, that's out of copyright. So way back in the day, Google, do you remember, have you ever seen Google Books or Ngrams? May as well show you this while I have you on the video. Google Ngrams and Google Books, essentially they took all the books, Google, I think Microsoft maybe paid some money into this, but they scanned all the books. So if you go back to, you can't reliably go back too far because of, like the printing press not existing. But you can type in things like a name, and you can see when did it have precedence in scholarship. And so we can see that there was like a big uptick, but this is like in the percentage of all the books from the year 2000, there was a big uptick. So you can reliably trend even though there was a lot more books published in 2000 than there was in 1950, so if that makes sense. But the reason that they can do this full text access is because they scanned all the books. Part of that deal was that they made the books full text available to libraries, and it's in the Hathi Trust. So if something is in the public domain, not protected by copyright, sometimes you can access it out on the open web. But this database through Johns Hopkins University, I believe, or no, it's University of Michigan. You can do searches in the text just like that, Google Ngrams or Google Books, but if it's out of copyright, you can see the whole thing. I've done this search before, and it could be that this naming convention, I don't know, like anthropology and ethnography and stuff like that seems to have taken off before the year 2000, right? Are there other names? Are there other languages? Are there other means that you can search in? One thing I already checked for is I looked for this, and in the second line I did Bolton, and tragically there's nothing. So the contributions of Dr. Bolton they're not published, so it still is in the archives. So working with that particular librarian is going to work well. But if you think of other key terms or other titles or other things that are influential, that are like pre-World War II, take a look in Hathi Trust, and it might be that they are copyright free, or they're produced by some government, and therefore they're not protected by copyright. But you can see any of these. So here's something full view. That means that you can access the whole thing, and they just have it scanned. And it's just like a lame ebook, where it's just like a huge PDF file. Okay.